child with autism, and today I'm going to be talking about when they have a meltdown, and as parents, what can we do to help? And I'm going to be talking to you really honest here, and quite kind of brutal as well. So I'm going to give you some tips as well how you can cope, because when you do have a child with a meltdown, it can last anything from about 5 minutes to a few hours, and sometimes there's nothing that you can do. So I'm not autistic, but I heard that sometimes from autistic people that when they are in the meltdown they don't remember it. So that's an interesting fact, isn't it, that they don't remember the meltdown because everything is going on in their head and they don't remember it, and they can't feel say what they are doing is hurting themselves and hurting possibly others as well. So my main kind of aim of this video is to help parents, and because it's hard, isn't it? It's hard when you have a child on the spectrum. And it doesn't matter whether you have a child who is verbal or non-verbal. I think a meltdown is a meltdown at the end of the day. And there's a difference between meltdowns and tantrums, which most parents would know anyway if you have a child with autism. So I've just come out for a walk, because one of my ways of coping and having listen to that. There's a little stream down there, and there's birds and wind. So yes, I come for a walk here now and again. Other times I'll walk into town and stuff, but today I just felt that I needed some peace and quiet. So yeah, I came here. It's nice because normally there's kind of say dog walkers and that, so filming can be, there's a road and there's a train track as well, which train is going by now. Don't know whether you got it or not. But basically it's a nice little nature reserve. So having a son or a daughter with autism can be really stressful at times, and it can be tiring. Sometimes we need to make sure that we take some time for ourselves, but often or not we get lumbered when the kids are at school, that we got to go to work, we got to do chores around the house and stuff. But there's something about having a little bit of time to ourselves. So yeah, it's really peaceful out here. A few people just walk by. But it's quite a nice place to kind of film and that, and it's not too overgrown. Sometimes it can be overgrown, and yeah, but there's kites flying about, pigeons. Yeah, it's nice and peaceful, which you need when you are a SEND parent. I think you need that peace. When you have your child, when it's a baby, you're not told that your child's going to have autism. And I've kind of spoken maybe about this, maybe not on this platform like YouTube, but like to friends and family. I knew that my son was autistic, and I said I would do the best I can for him to have a really good life, just like, you know, like any other mother say would as well. And that is true. And what's hard is he doesn't communicate like his sister, no, verbally. But like the other day I had some affection of him. Like yesterday we had a brilliant day, like all day, morning through to like the evening. I think he had maybe one like meltdown, and that was very short, like lived. I'm getting so hot, the sun is beaming on my face. But yeah, it was amazing, and I had a cuddle from him, and today, complete change. So I think this one parent, like his soul said to me, take one day like as a time, and she's got a teenager. Matthew's only, well, he will be 8 next week. 8 years old. And he still can't talk, he's still in nappies. And people's like, oh, bless. But I don't know how to really to respond to that. How do you respond to that kind of comment? Is it, I don't know. We all want our children to be perfect, but we all know that we're not going to get perfect children because no human being is perfect. However, when you are a parent of an autistic child, life is different. No, you can't do all the things that you want. So going for this kind of walk for 1 hour, maybe popping into the pub to have a pint. So my final tip really is, so the tip one was, you know, do some form of exercise if you can. It really does do a wonder of good. Whether it's a walk, gym, exercise, you know, is really good for us. Number 2 is the peace of mind, you know, so going out somewhere like this, you know, is really nice. Also it's exercise, and it's good for the, you know, that. Stick on, you don't need to do a video, a podcast or something, or just walk and just go in your own thoughts. So yeah, number 2 is eat healthily, or number 3, eat healthily, and that's so number 1 is exercise, 2 is mind, 3 is eat, it doesn't matter what it is, just eat, and sleep when you can, because sleep and autism, well, it doesn't work, does it? Sometimes we're quite lucky at the moment that Matthew is sleeping, but there's times when he's not. Number 4 is social events and social life can be a little bit preppy. Yeah, you can. Let's say, you know, you basically invited to kind of like a party and that. Can't go because, you know, maybe they don't like parties. I'm going to sit down again. This time I don't think I'm in the sun that much. Am I? Yeah, I saw in the sun. I'm going to keep on walking. So yeah, and number 5, final tip is, I think, just do your best. And just do your best. Know that like no one's perfect, and just know meltdowns will happen. Believe it or not, they will, and each one can be so different. And how you react to that, like one day you might be in a really good mood and think, yep, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do that, blah blah blah. And then other times, well, let's just face it, it can be really hard. Video here, and I will see you very, very soon.